Hey Josh, I'm Faith Tech. Guys, Josh is the creator of MEOS. It's a new Linux distribution that's trying to change the way Linux distributions are in the future. It's simple and easy interface. This goes away from the hardness of most Linux distributions and goes to the things people really care about, simplicity. So Josh, what inspired you to make MEOS?
Well, MEOS out as a small little project, and I've always thought that all genome operating systems look alike. And the thing that made me angry is the fact that the Linux world fails to realize that users look most for different difference between Windows, not Windows, but different distributions, and the fact that they all look alike kind of takes away from it. I mean, you've got users going to all of these other distributions. They don't know the difference, though. I mean, I know the difference is in the file system, but there are just minor GUI differences. They all look basically the same. Applications, places, system. There's time for a change, and that's what MEOS is.
Okay. MEOS, I have noticed in some beta versions and the final versions that the interface really is different from the rest of the Linux world. It is not KDE or GNOME looking. It looks totally different. Tell us where you, how you got that different look, what you did to get that.
Well, I was searching around and I found this theme, and this guy was like, yeah, you could use it. So I'm like, alright. So I started building it and all this stuff. And I put in our design of it. We put in the Me menu. And we kind of tinkered with it a little bit. And put in our base design of it, incorporated into the entire operating system. And this is what it looks like after we got done. So...
yeah. The MEOS, I've noticed, it's very easy to use. And did you make any modifications to the theme other than the MEOS menu?
Well, a few. I mean, we added a few buttons to it, all that stuff, minor little modification. But for the most part, I was good with it, because it was a good theme, and I got permission to use it, and so once you get permission to use it, you really can do whatever you want to. I mean, it was released under GPL, so.
You guys will also notice some differences. You probably thinking, we just threw together a theme. It saves every other Linux distribution. No, it's not. He did some major edits to the theme, and guess what comes up at startup? A search box. Most home users don't have a hard time a lot of times finding things they're looking for, and a search box really seems to simplify it.
Yes, it's called GNOME Do, and what it does is it allows you to launch a bookmark or a program at start. If you don't have to go hunting for it, even though it is a really easy interface, you don't have to go hunting for it or any of that stuff. So, very simple to use, and
I've never seen.
We've also. You can transform it in however you want to, too. You can make it into skin it, all that stuff. Put in plugins for add-ons, like Firefox has a plugin for it to incorporate everything into it. And you can also even make it into an actual dock. I mean, it's very versatile, and it's a really good tool to have in an operating system. And I'm really glad we included it.
You don't see anything like that in Windows or Mac or even most Linux distributions. Did you do any hard coding in the Linux distribution? How much did you do in the applications? Because it's based on a certain platform, I know. But
yes, it's based on OpenSUSE, and we use the Prism platform for our welcome to MEOS little introduction thing. Our Essential software coded that. We even coded the actual base Prism baseline application to launch all these other applications. The updater was coded heavily, and but the Prism application was changed up. A lot of things were changed in that thing. So.
So, like, did you do any actual application coding inside the OS, like change any applications or change anything in the OS?
Well, as I said, we included Firefox 4. I did a little bit of coding on the inside of it, just a tidbit, to kind of make it more incorporated into the operating system. Like, for instance, we added, what was it that we added? We changed up a few things inside of our about and stuff like that, our updates and stuff. Just small things. But I like to keep applications to their core, the way they're supposed to be. I don't like to modify it. Now, MeOS 2.0, the whole game is going to be changed. We're planning tons of new things, and so this is just the first release. Things aren't going to be as big as they will be in, say, the second or third release of MeOS.
And the updater is amazing, but in MeOS 2.0, are you going to change it totally so, like, you can actually have an application-based updater?
Well, that is an application-based updater. MeOS updated. It's a Prism application. Now, if you're talking about, like, system-wide updates, yes, MeOS 2.0 will have a totally different updater. And we're working on it right now. So,
at least the current updater can actually put files in and upgrade the OS, but there's been a few things that have been updated, some errors. But the MEOS launch has actually gone over pretty well despite these errors. There's been over 100 or 1,000 downloads.
100 downloads. There's been, let's see, I'll look at that.
There's been thousands of visits to the website. There's been hundreds of downloads. Literally, with it on the new website, there's so far been 445 visits to the website, and I'm pretty sure that's unique visits. 4,593 hits, and excluding download files, already 280 megabytes of bandwidth has been put between it. Those are stats Josh sent me.
180 downloads so far today, 613 total, and 2,319 visits to the website. That's the total number of visits to the website.
Yeah, that's including the old website and the new website. Anyways, we want to
thank... the same things, but we just switched the server out.
Anyways, we want to thank you for being on Fantasy Show Tech interview, and hope you can come back sometime, like on the live calls, or do another interview with us. Thanks, Josh. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.